Hey, what's up my fellow golf ball addicts? Welcome back to the channel as always. Thanks so much for being here. On the internet, there is a huge debate topic that seems to grow more and more folklore as time goes on, right? And that's when it comes to matte finish golf balls. They come in a variety of different colors: red, pink, multicolored, even black. Don't use black, please. You'll never find it, not even in the fairway. However, when it comes to these golf balls, some people really like to use them because of how they look, you know, how they come off the putter, how it changes the feel a little bit. But there's a lot of publications out there that just plain don't recommend using them. And listen, there's some good reasons behind that. However, a lot of these truths over the years about matte finish golf balls have now kind of muddied a little bit in the water, and now have kind of turned into where, I'll be honest, I'm seeing some stuff even as recently as yesterday that are just flat out fallacies and lies, like just flat out no evidence whatsoever. And I don't think that's intentional. I think it's just, again, when you tell campfire stories, it starts out as being pretty close to the truth. It gets told again and again and again, and pretty soon you get to the point where it's just an urban legend, right? So what I want to do is, I've been testing golf balls for 5 years now. You guys know this, and I notice a clear difference in one specific area when it comes to matte finish golf balls versus any other type of finish, whether it be a urethane cover or even an iometer cover, whatever. But there's one particular thing that bothers me about matte finish golf balls. So the first thing I want to do is dissect a couple of the myths, okay? Now the first myth that I want to mention, and this is the obvious truth one, and that's when it comes to playing in wet conditions. You've probably heard that when it comes to wet conditions, whether it's dew in the morning or whether it's a rainy day, if you get water in between this golf ball and this golf club, it loses all spin and consistency. That's 100% true. If you're someone who plays in any type of wet condition whatsoever, yeah, don't play matte golf balls. It's not a good combination, I promise you. That was kind of the long story told for a very long time. I mean, everyone was just like, listen, if you're playing in wet conditions, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? However, now I'm hearing some other stuff. Like, for example, let's talk about durability. I heard someone mention yesterday that matte golf balls suffer on durability. Could not be further from the truth. Actually, every matte golf ball I've tested has either had a 9 out of 10 on durability or has had a perfect score. The majority of them actually have perfect scores. If you look at this list here, this is over the past couple years matte finish golf balls that I have tested. And as you can see, the majority of them are 10 out of 10. There's some 9 out of 10s in there. From my memory right now, I can't recall a matte finish golf ball ever getting worse than that. They just don't show any wear and tear. They actually hold up very, very well. So that's completely made up. I'll be honest. From my testing, 100% these golf balls, from when it comes to durability, are the best in the business. All right, so we have our truthful myth, we have our complete lie myth, but there's another one that's kind of right in the middle where it's like, it's kind of true, and that's this, right? And that's what people say, that you lose spin with matte finish golf balls. Now, that is true. I did a video not too long ago. This is what it looks like right here, the thumbnail, and basically it compared the Q-Star Tour to the Tour Divide. And in my findings, yes, I did lose spin. However, it's not always a bad thing. If you're someone who spins the ball too much and you like a particular golf ball, but you just notice it ballooning a tad, actually having the matte version could help you, because having the less spin would actually work in your favor. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's kind of true, but kind of not, right? You do lose a little bit, but it's not a bad thing. And a lot of companies and publications will push it as a bad thing. It's not. Some people, like me, for example, I actually preferred the matte when it came to the Q-Star Tour. I shaved some of that pesky spin off and actually got a little bit more distance, which is what I was after. Now, last but not least, I'm gonna tell you the main difference I see between matte finish golf balls and just normal any other finish golf balls right here. And this is what bothers me the most, and I almost never hear it talked about. Now, on the channel, there's two types of golf ball forgiveness that I preach and I love. The first one's obvious, right? It's distance forgiveness. If I mishit a golf ball a little bit off the toe or a little bit inside, maybe it's a little bladey, how much distance am I losing? Am I losing 10 yards, 15, 20? You know, that's type A forgiveness. But there's another type of forgiveness that I don't talk about as much, and that's spin forgiveness. And what happens here is, let's say I have a 58-degree wedge in my hands, right? And honestly, I got my stuff back here, my launch monitor, my FlightScope Mevo Plus. I bet it'll do it because they do it very consistently here. I'm gonna hit a shot. This is a 50-yard pitch. Not bad, pretty good. Lost my balance a little bit, but that was a good strike. It wasn't a duff, wasn't behind. Yeah, solid, 7,500. So that's actually what I would expect that golf ball to be. That was a great strike. But now I'm gonna put it down and do the same swing and do it all over again. That's what I thought. Okay, 4,729. 29? Huge difference there, right? That's the biggest issue I notice, is it's consistency, but I call it spin forgiveness. Another word could be spin consistency, but that's the big thing I notice when it comes to matte finish golf balls. When I hit a matte finish golf ball and you hit it absolutely perfect, yeah, you'll get 7,500, 8,000, 8,500. I mean, I've seen it all over the spectrum. You know, my average right now testing this year is 8,000. However, slight mishits, hit it off the toe a little bit. Let me show you this. I'm gonna do the same swing, and I'm gonna hit one off the toe here. Now I'll delete this one because this one will be a blatant mishit, but I wanna show you. Oh yeah, off the toe, really bad. 22-16, okay? That's huge, and that's the biggest thing I notice, right? That's the biggest issue that I see. Now, you might be saying, well, okay, Nick, but that's a mishit. Like, you know, that's on you. You might not be the best ball striker. You not be. Well, here's a golf ball I just recently tested. This is actually the Callaway Chrome Soft. Tour model, great. Look at the difference between the 10 shots I hit with this golf ball compared to, I'm not gonna mention the matte golf ball. I don't wanna, you know, talk ill of them, but let's just call it generic matte golf ball A. Look at the difference. I'm the same guy. I didn't magically switch out some better golfer in this, as you can see, you know, oh yeah, I brought in Tiger Woods to hit these shots. No, it's still just me, and there's a huge difference between those numbers, and I want consistency, and I want forgiveness, and I call that spin forgiveness. Now, I understand some of you might be like, well, Nick, that's what people are referring to when they say it spins less or it's not as consistent. I get all that, but nobody, and I mean, I've seen nobody really dive into that specific aspect of it. So if you play a matte, you know, finished golf ball, or you're considering it, or you're still kind of up in the air, that's the #1 reason why I will turn people away 100%. If you're not a great ball striker and you're just an average golfer like me, and you occasionally hit one off the toe, it's the difference between, okay, my golf ball just stopped on a dime next to the hole, and oh, I'll get it on the next one, it's on the next tee box. That's a huge difference, and it's a difference I don't want to take part of. Guys, thank you for checking out this video. As always, keep watching, keep saving, keep learning. I'll see you soon.